What's up, everyone? This is Christian Duke from StrengthAddicts.com here at Mr. Jim Manion's 2018 IFBBPL Pro Pittsburgh Pro. I'm here with Rich Siegelman and the Maryland Muscle Machine, Mr. Kevin Levrone. So, gentlemen, how are you guys doing today?
Everything's great. Phenomenal event. Jim always puts on an A1 show, man.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's always good to be here. Paying the respects, reunion, you know?
Fantastic, yeah. And, I got to tell you, we did that really good interview, I think, you and I, Kevin, on Instagram. We talked about a lot of things. And, again, I just want to reiterate what I said there. I think that, your comeback spoke to so many people. Anybody could talk about placings, but what you did by coming back, you kept your word. A lot of people were saying, oh, he's not going to do it. He's going to make some excuse up, and you got on stage no matter what anybody said, and you kept your word, which is huge. You kept your word in a day and age where people don't even keep contracts that they sign for a lot of money. You kept your word, a handshake. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Thanks, Christian. I mean, that's an era where we came from. I mean, a lot of things were done. I've been knowing this man here for 20 years. Agreements and things are done just the mouth of the word. And this industry was built on integrity and standing behind what you say you're going to do. I mean, Jim Manion and, Ben and Joe Weider, Arnold and Mr. Lorimer. I mean, you could go on and on about agreements that's been a handshake. So it is about that era of just being straightforward and upfront and honest and following through what you say you're going to do. For me, it's not about me going out trying to win a contest. It's about me just being a great influence in the industry that's been so good to me and giving back.
Absolutely. And, I got to be honest with you. I mean, you look all around the world when Kevin puts something out, on social media, over 600,000 followers on Instagram, insane. And, he talks to people. I mean, it's just so powerful. But what's it like? What was it like having Kevin at your last event?
Well, I tell you, honestly, Chris, it was a phenomenal event. I mean, as soon as we announced Kevin was coming, I mean, it just went through the roof. I mean, Kevin just has such a huge following in social media. It's just unbelievable. And now here's a guy that literally was big in the industry back in the 90s and 2000s. I mean, I can remember actually judging Kevin at the Maryland State when he was still an amateur. So, and as soon as he announced it and his comeback, I mean, he just explodes everything. I mean, the man is such an influence, and not only in this industry, but just overall in general and in life, because he's just a great person. Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah. And also there's going to be a seminar you were talking about at your show?
Yeah, on June 9th, the Maryland State East Coast Classic Championships, Kevin's coming back. He's coming back, and he's going to give a seminar right after the prejudge. So for everybody that comes to watch the prejudge right after that, don't go anywhere, because this man's coming to talk to you guys and to literally preach the gospel and tell you guys how it's done and what to do.
And I think you guys should definitely, competitors especially, should come, because I think what's going to happen is the coaches are going to buy tickets to go to Kevin's seminar. They're going to take everything Kevin said, and all of a sudden they're going to sound really, really smart. So make sure you go.
Exactly
yeah,
right.
Make sure you go.
You are so right about that. I mean, you hit the nail on the head with that. Yeah, absolutely. But again, so it's June 9th, the Maryland State East Coast Classic Championships. It's at the Hilton Baltimore BWI Airport Hotel. For all information on the show, you can contact me or go to my website, www.richsiegelman.com.
Thank you so very much, guys.
Chris, I mean, I highly encourage the guys out there to come to this show, because it takes a great promoter to run a great show, to have that great stage and the great lighting, and so that these guys that work so hard can present that physique. And I want to give my hats off to this guy, Rich, that I've known. He has judged me in my first show when I was an amateur. There's a lot of you guys are amateurs out there. And the first thing that we look for is the lighting, is the music and the sound. You work so hard. So I want to encourage you to just come to this show, because the lighting, the music, the atmosphere, everything you need. It's not a first-time promoter here. It's someone that's been in the industry, that grew up in the industry. We're talking 30 years, 20-some years. So he knows how to take care of you. He knows what you guys need. So I encourage you, have that good experience, because if you have a bad experience at a bad show, it'll make you not even want to do this sport anymore. And I know a lot of us can relate to that. Yeah. So one of the greatest promoters in the NPC. So I encourage you guys, come on out, man. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you.
And seriously, I can't thank you enough for everything I can't thank Kevin enough. You know, one of the things too, I don't mean to top that, but one of the things too is, you know, a lot of people in the industry don't get what I do. You know, I make fun of me a little bit. Kevin has no reason to talk to me. Kevin is like a humongous star, but he talks to me, does interviews, we talk on the phone. I mean, it's like, it's awesome. It's so cool that you do that. I really appreciate your friendship, very much so.
Honestly, what I want to say too is, is you're doing huge things for the industry yourself, and we all appreciate it. From myself being a former competitor at both amateur and pro level, and now being a promoter all these years, I mean, what you do for the sport is literally what we all try and do for the sport, try and give back. And you're doing a great job. We really appreciate it, Chris.
Christian, I mean, you know, and you and I had talked, it's like, never judge a book by its color, never despise a day of a small beginning. I wasn't always Kevin Levrone, the great bodybuilder. You know, there was a time where I needed help. Someone gave me an opportunity and a chance, and it was JIM MANION. And it's like, you know, if there's anything that I could do for anybody, not only you, but guys, we got to start somewhere, and he's starting. And this guy is jumping in his car, driving thousands of miles to cover you guys, to put you out there. And I got respect for you, dude, because you're not even asking a dime.
Yeah.
You're just asking of our time, you know? So I'm here, man. I respect what you're doing. And more than anything, your dedication to this sport.
Yeah.
You know?
No, we really
and you don't have
appreciate
to work out to love this industry.
Yeah.
You don't have to. What you got to be is one hell of a motivator and an influenced person. And sometimes, why do you even do it? You know, he does it because he loves this sport.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. He's passionate about it. And that's why I'm here, man. I'll always be here for you, bro.
I love you, brother. I love you too. Thank you guys so much for the Maryland Muscle Machine, Mr. Kevin Levrone, Rich Siegelman, Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com.